I am the General Manager of Giddis Computer Training Center and equally a trainer. Giddis Computer Training Center is an institution that was created to reduce the rate of ICT illiteracy in Africa. And equally, this training center runs in two departments. We have the software and the hardware department. The software department is mainly for programs training, where we train programs such as Microsoft Suite, where we have MS Word, Microsoft Excel, etc. And equally programs like web designing, graphic designing, computerized accounting, secretarial duties and office administration and others. In the training center, which is located at Carrefour Obili Yaoundé, we run in two sessions. We have morning session which begins from 8 to 12 p.m. and afternoon session which begins from 1 to 5 p.m. To be a student at Giddis Computer Training Center actually doesn't really take much, because we are not based on what certificate do you have before you enroll. That is why our trainings are 3 months, 6 months, and 9 months. That's the program's duration. That's the training duration. So for you to enroll as a student, we just simply need the photocopy of your ID card or your birth certificate, and you choose the program you want to study, and in the next session that the school has to begin, that you just enroll. Concerning the kind of people we expect to come in the center, from students to job seekers, or for anyone who simply wants to get skills in ICT, whether in the software field, that's programs, or in the hardware field, how to maintain, how to fix computers. GCTC is very unique in the way it trains, and added to that, it is different in the fact that aside being trained as a computer literate, you also have to do with skill building, even though computer is one of the skills though. But then skill building have to do with soft skill building, where you're being trained on your interpersonal skills and how to use them in the workforce. Because we believe that having the knowledge of computer alone cannot really get you the job you want if you cannot perform well, because the way you relate with people at the job workspace equally matters. Secondly, we are different in the fact that we set up workshops and things like makeup classes for students who are slow learners, so that they can catch up with those who are very fast and brilliant in learning. What you're expected to do after you've gotten training from Giddis will depend on what you were being trained for. Because if you come to be trained as a secretary, will equally mean that immediately after the training you're going to enroll as a secretary somewhere. So what you do after your training will determine what you came to do, what you were trained for, because we have several different areas of training. So it will actually depend on what you were trained for. You will bear me witness that the world is fast evolving, and given the fact that we are in the 21st century and the Android generation, where everything is fast becoming computerized, you will need it, especially in the workforce, if you must become one, if you must be functioning well in the society or getting yourself involved in jobs. Every career is fast becoming computerized, because every job is looking for ways by which they can store their data or their database in the computer, which is very safe than just writing them down in books. The message I want to pass out to everyone out there is, if you are an advanced level student who just completed and you don't have enough finances to be able to finance your way into a university, or just get yourself hooked up in our training center, where we're going to drill you on how to attack life from another dimension. Equally, I want to speak out to all university students because I have interacted with many out there, and 95% of the students, university students I've interacted with, know basically nothing about the ICT. So I'm calling on all university students to take this privilege or to take this advantage, that they may be able to gain the skills that are so much demanded in our world today. And also to job seekers, also to those who think that it is not possible to survive in life without being educated. I'm calling on all of them to get the training so that they can at least be able to create their own jobs themselves rather than waiting to be employed by the government. Just to see in the next 5 to 10 years, in the next 5 years, we're looking at how we can be able to expand at the level of creating centers just in around Yaoundé for now, and then in the next 10 years we're thinking of moving into other regions of Cameroon, because we don't just want to focus in one region. Youths are all over and youths are our target, so we need to make sure that they are all equipped in the various regions of Cameroon.